Stay tuned and let's take a look at this Marvel Legends X-Men 60th Anniversary Deluxe Blob. Ciao and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who, and remember now you can hit that join button and become a channel member as well. Either show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. Today we are finally taking a look at genuinely one of my most anticipated Marvel Legends of the year, as this guy is quite literally gonna fill a big gap in my collection. I missed out on the previous Build-A-Figure version. I was patiently waiting for this one, and I've had to be patient because in the UK this deluxe figure was delayed by several months. So I don't care if no one's gonna watch this video. I'm excited to talk about it. It is of course the Marvel Legends X-Men 60th Anniversary Deluxe Blob. And look at the fat fuck on the front of the packaging, absolutely massive. The box is quite hefty as well. It's quite thick too, as you would expect. I am very happy to have this guy. It just looks completely better proportioned in comparison to that old Build-A-Figure who just looks like a melted potato at this point. This one has interchangeable heads and hands as well for posing options and just fits much better aesthetically into our current Marvel Legends collection. So very happy to add this guy on the shelf. I'm gonna have to clear some room though. As I said, someone get this man a salad. So there we have the digital render on the front of the box, the X-Men logo down there, this 60 years anniversary logo up top, a comic image on the side, a digital render on that side, and then another digital render on the back of the packaging showing you what other accessories he comes with. As I said, heads and hands. He is 6.34 inches in height and probably in width as well, the fat bastard. Let's wait no further and let's get this guy out of the packaging. Who ate all the pies? Who ate all the pies? Here we have Blob out of the packaging with his accessories, which as I've said is an interchangeable head and then a set of hands, which may not seem like a lot, but it is enough to give you a few different posing options on the shelf. And sometimes with bigger figures, we don't get that option. So I do appreciate that. So we'll check them out shortly. Out of the box, he comes with one fisted hand and one open palm hand. But just first impressions here, people. Look at how beautiful this fat bastard is. Honestly, I know he's a big grotesque monster. This is the type of figure that Amanda will see on the shelf and think, what the hell are you doing? But we want our mind's eye representation of our characters from the comics on the shelf. And this is exactly my mind's eye of Blob. A big fat guy in like this wrestling styling outfit. And yeah, the digital face printing tech is a beautiful touch. You've got freckles all over him. Completely pinless. Yes, he's single jointed, but that doesn't matter. This guy still has far much more articulation than it's probably worthy of in design. I think they've done a great job. Let me get the tape measure out so we can see for ourselves. Yes, he is probably over 8 inches tall if I stretch him out all the way, but even now he's just at 8 inches perfectly. So yeah, he's going to be imposing. He's going to take up some room on the shelf with the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, undoubtedly. As I said, a big gap in my collection. Do you get it? Big gap in my collection has now been complete, and I'm very glad I was patient and waited out for this one because yeah, look at that. Look at that. It would be better if you had like a soft belly, like a soft to touch, wouldn't it? But I don't mind it at all. This is really, really good. Let me zoom in and show you that head sculpt. I think they've done a great job with the head sculpts here and the way they've hidden the articulation of the head within the sort of neckline. This guy is so fat, you can see his little chin dimple there, and then he's got like an extra chin, and then it hides the articulation in the neckline of where the clothes are. So let me pop that off, and you can see that's where the peg is, and you plug it on, and then yeah, seamlessly hidden, and then you've got movement there. You can look down, you can look up, tilt, swivel. So yeah, lots of range there. And again, the digital face printing tech is nicely applied. The eyes are nice, the eyebrows, the hair even has a bit of wash in it to bring out the sculpt. And yeah, all the way around, look how fat he is on the side there, those fat bulging out on his back. He's even got neck rolls there on the back as well. And yeah, I just think they've done a great job. So that is your neutral head expression. And we also get this angry one, or what I like to call I'm hungry, feed me now facial expression. So he's got his big open wide mouth. You can see his teeth and his tongue very nicely applied. Again, the sort of wrinkles and creases in his face is when he opens his mouth. Again, nicely applied digital face printing tech on the eyes and the expression. The hair's a slightly different style now because he's obviously a little bit angrier. And again, on the side, the big fatness there. And again, just the way that it's seamlessly hidden within the neckline is so good, people. So you have options for the head. Again, big fat neck rolls. Yeah, so good. So of course, you let me know in the comments below, which head sculpt do you prefer? Do you prefer the neutral expression or the big fat angry expression? Well, both of them are fat technically, but let me know in the comments below, neutral or angry. I think both of them are a great option for the shelf. The rest of the figure has like these freckles on the shoulder going all the way down the arms, just sort of sprinkled on him on this side as well, down to the legs as well, those big fat rolls, completely pinless by the way, pinless knees, pinless elbows, and then the point of articulation for the sort of upper part of the body is on the moobs here. His moobs that literally hang over his fat belly are basically on a dumbbell or ball joint of some sort, and that is where you're going to get your movement there, that rocker over his big fat belly. And again, even though they are single joints, they have chose that for an aesthetic approach. If they had double jointed elbows there, yes, it would give you more range, but you wouldn't really get that big fat thickness that we're getting on the arms. So the arms will still go up to 90, swivel and a single joint to get a 90 bend there. Hands both have an up and down hinging as well. So yeah, still decent range all in all. Like you can lean over and grab someone, and yeah, you're going to be able to get this guy in fat poses. Remember, if you are this fat, you are going to be limited in the way you move. So there's no waist swivel obviously, but the swivel is all up here on his moobs. The legs can still go up pretty far. Like that is pretty good, and they go out pretty good as well. Like that's not bad. Like, can he do the fat man splits? Yes, he absolutely can. Look at that. That is pretty good. So great range there. He can literally sit. He could literally do a big squat and sit on someone, which is dangerous. Do not let that happen. There is a swivel at the top of the thigh, and then, as I said, single jointed knees that go probably less than 90, but still, he's a big fat guy. And then you've got ankle pivot and rocker with a hinge as well on the foot. No boot cut or anything like that. So yeah, you'll be able to get this guy into some like fighting poses, stepping poses, grabbing poses. Like, this guy has so much more articulation than a character design like this should allow. So I think they've done a great job here, and they've made the right sacrifices in regards to articulation over aesthetics, because he is called the Blob. Aesthetics are important. He needs to look fat and round, and this figure absolutely does. Bravo. And as I already mentioned, he comes with a set of fisted hands so he can punch you, and also these grabby hands so he can grab you or grab a cheeseburger. Or 10. Moving into comparisons, as I already mentioned, I do not have the previous Build-A-Figure Blob, so instead, just to give you a sense of scale, here we have the 80th anniversary Hulk and the Build-A-Figure Juggernaut. There are plenty of other reviews online showing you comparisons between this and the Build-A-Figure, but in my opinion, based off what I've seen, this new Blob is clearly superior compared to the old Build-A-Figure. I'm sure you could still use the old Build-A-Figure in a collection, but I think aesthetically, this new one is just much more modernized and just fits in better with your current Marvel Legends. For me, Blob was definitely a missing piece of one of the many incarnations of the Brotherhood of Mutants, or the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. As I said, that team sort of changed its roster a few times, and Blob fits into a couple of places. So here we have a couple of those examples with Magneto, Sabretooth, and then I've got my own little custom Mastermind here, as a couple of characters we are missing are Mastermind and Destiny. Destiny fits more into Mystique's team, which I'll show you in a second, but Mastermind was in the original Brotherhood. We have basically got a version of him in the Wolverine 5-pack, but it's not the sort of Mind's Eye Mastermind from back in the day. So yeah, shout out Rebel 10 Customs for helping me out with this little custom here, but that's my sort of place sitter until we get an actual official Marvel Legends Mastermind. And here we have Mystique, Toad, Pyro and Avalanche. Now, as I said, we just need Destiny to complete this incarnation of the team. Here we have Blob compared to a couple of my favourite X-Men with Beast and Wolverine. Here we have the 20th Cap and the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man. Here we have Frogman, Tigra and White Rabbit. And last but never least, here we have Captain Britain and Hal Fire Hank. Final thoughts on this Marvel Legends X-Men 60th Anniversary Deluxe. Blob. This guy absolutely did not disappoint. I said at the start of the video, it was one of my most anticipated of the year. And as I said, it lived up to the hype. What a beautiful representation of quite an awkward character design from the comics translated into plastic so very well. Such an upgrade to that previous Build-A-Figure as well. From the paint to the aesthetic to the articulation to the head sculpts. Just bravo, bravo. This has potential of being in the top 10 of the year. It's up there as a contender already, but I'm curious, do you think this is better than the Build-A-Figure? Ultimately, if they had to go up against each other, which one would you prefer in your collection? The old Build-A-Figure or this new Deluxe? I think it is an easy choice, but I'm always curious to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below, and if you like Marvel Legends, and well, you're in the right place. Check out the videos tab, find the playlists, but most importantly, please hit that subscribe button, hit all on the notification bell, don't miss out on a video, and please hit that join button, become a channel member, either show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. You can follow me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And don't be shy, tweet me at Dan Who Reviews. And until then, people, my name is Dan W, and I will of course see you on the next one.